Hey everybody, Luxinda Swirl here. This is going to be my third attempt at trying for a really good hydro dip of a Superman mug. And what I mean by Superman is I have the colors traditionally associated with him, blue, yellow, and red. My last two, maybe I'll go over that later in the video. I don't want to bore you with it now. They haven't gone exactly the way I'd hoped. So I'm going with a smaller tumbler this time. Instead of the 30-ounce skinny, which is what I've used the past two times, where I didn't get what I wanted, at least in part because it seemed very long, much longer than this, and unwieldy when I was trying to dip it. So I've switched to a 20-ounce skinny, spray painted it white, and I am now going to dip. So I've shaken my Marabou Easy Marble paints. We are going to start with blue, and then yellow, then red, and then blue final, and then dip. So I want predominantly blue, but I need the other two colors to make it valid for Superman. Red, and then a little more blue. Okay. Marble, tack it to the side, spread it out, and here we go. Dip and twist. Dip, twist all the way in, break the seal, bring it up. Okay, I think I finally got something I can use. Yeehaw! There we go. I think I've got something I can use. That looks pretty darn fantastic. Look at that, folks. All right, I'm going to hit it up with my blow dryer and blow some of the water off. Alrighty. Excellent. All right, I see a lighter patch here that may be good for the decal, although there's some white there. I may be able to do something about that, don't know. But in general, I think this turned out really well. I'm pleased. Yay! I know you're probably so happy for me, aren't you? Okay, stay tuned. We'll see the whole thing through to the end. Hey everybody, just a quick update on my Superman tumbler. Once the hydro-dipped Superman tumbler was dry, and before I sprayed any sealer on it, I wanted to add the emblem. So I used this vinyl sticker paper, which is basically printable vinyl, and it's specifically made for inkjet printers. It has a matte finish versus a glossy finish. And I went to my Cricut design space, picked out a few Superman emblems I happened to think looked good, and printed them all out, and then picked the one that I thought looked best on this particular tumbler. Here are some of the things I printed out. I had two chest emblems in different sizes, and I had the big Superman logo that went across the top of the screen and on top of the comics, some of the comics anyway. And I opted to go with the chest emblem. I thought it would fit better. This is just a little too much, I thought, to put across or up and down on a whole tumbler. So I picked the larger of the two. I applied it, and then when I was done with that, printable vinyl is really easy to apply. It's once you print it out on the vinyl, even with inkjet printer, it is ready to go. So I just peeled it off the backing, placed it on the tumbler where I thought it looked good. Then I sprayed 2 coats of Rust-Oleum 2X gloss sealer on it and let that dry, and then I put it on my turner and resined it. And it was one of the simplest tumblers I've ever made, because after that one layer of resin epoxy, it was basically done. We're back. It is done. My first Superman tumbler, successfully resined. It is, I don't know if this shows up on the screen as well as it does here, but it is so glassy and shiny and beautiful. I'm so pleased with how this turned out. From hydro dip through to epoxy resin, it has just been wonderful to work on. So now this goes off to my friend who has a marvelous YouTube channel. Her channel and her handle on that channel is Shabab, or Silver-Haired Bronze Age Babe. And she is going to use this as part of a special surprise on her live dive that will be live 5 o'clock Eastern tonight. So if you're interested in Superman comics or Superman tumblers or the DC universe, check her channel out. I will link to it in the description below. I would have to say that these Hydro Dip tumblers are fantastic. They are just so much fun to do, and I am so thrilled to be part of this whole collaboration. Thanks everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next video.